This week's top stories: His Majesty the King inaugurates the Royal Institute for Governance and Strategic Studies in Phinceling. Remedial measures for the sinking area at the Puna Tsangchhu hydroelectric project 1 dam site will cost an additional 3.5 billion niltrim. Not a single case of malaria is recorded in Samrup Zonkar. His Majesty the King inaugurated the Royal Institute for Governance and Strategic Studies in Phinceling on Thursday. The institute, under the patronage of His Majesty the King, has been established to promote excellence in governance, leadership and strategic studies.
His Majesty the King was received with traditional chip drill ceremony. Along with the inauguration, His Majesty also launched the website of the Institute. The Institute will provide a forum to train both incumbent and potential leaders in all major areas of nation building.
To provide world-class training for our leaders in governance, in public policies, in strategic studies, and also serve as a research center and a think tank that will engage in objective research, result-oriented research, and serve as an incubator for new ideas, new strategies.
He added that through various training programs, the Institute will promote critical analysis of public policies and applied research works that influence real policy decisions. For now, the Institute will be providing Senior Executive Leadership Program to 23 senior civil, corporate and armed forces officials. The course will commence from 21st of this month.
Courses that we run here will not be really about giving lectures. It will be really about discourse. It will be really about how best we can collectively come together from diverse backgrounds, from diverse fields, and have discourse that will have impact on real-life policy decisions.
He added that the establishment of the Institute has been supported by the Government of India. Meanwhile, towards the afternoon, His Majesty also visited Phinceling town. Compiled for Sonamwangdi, Taralimbu for BBS News.
Remedial measures at the sinking area of Puna Tsangchhu hydroelectric project 1 dam site will be carried out after all investigations are completed. The project management says the remedial measures will cost an additional 3.5 billion niltrim. The 1,200 megawatt PHPA-1, which was expected to be commissioned in November 2016, will now be delayed by a year.
The construction of dam is critical for the completion of the Puna Tsangchhu 1 project. The managing director of PHPA said that the dam, which will be about 70 meters deep, will be unique because of the bedrock at the deepest level. He said that till July this year, the works on the project site was in good progress. The excavation works on the left bank, which the managing director said was supposed to be critical, went well. The entire project is on the left side. However, while carrying out the excavation works on the right bank, which is near the highway, the slope started to move, bringing works on the dam construction to a halt.
9th of July, we observed some distress in one of the galleries which is provided for consolidating the rock mass. We grout it and we call it a grouting gallery. We grout with cement and chemicals. In that gallery, we found a sign of distress. And 140 meters away from that, at the highway level, later on 11th of July, we observed some crack in the surface. So immediately we thought that yes, there could be some movement which is needed to be now monitored.
From 24 till 26 July this year, the movement of the slope became alarmingly high, which also led to about 150 meters of highway to slide 4 meters deep. The highway was near the right river bank. The managing director said it was a great concern for the project. Then the investigation on the matter with a team of consultants and experts began.
We have geophysical investigation. It is basically seismic refraction. We blast in the rock and sound waves are recorded and to delineate various features under the surface of the rock. That we conducted at 5 different levels through experts from Central Water and Power Research Station, Government of India from Pune, and also the electrical resistivity of the material to delineate its weak areas. All that we got carried out between 1st and 15th of September. Results of that study are under preparation now, and we expect to receive it by 15th of October.
A team of experts will be visiting again by 18th October to assess the second set of investigations which is underway. The PHPA-1 came up with some remedial measures which will cost the project an additional of 3.5 billion niltum.
Then whatever rock face has given cracks and this as the signs of distress, that will be shaved and supported. Plus whatever distress we had in that gallery, to that extent we will excavate and replace it by one of the concrete blocks of the dam. It will be continuation of the dam on the right bank to abut with sound this slope. Then we'll have surface drainage, subsurface drainage, and permanent set of instruments to be monitoring the movement, if any, of the sill mass. That will be for the lifetime of the project.
The project management said carrying out the remedial measures will be a difficult task. The work on the right bank will resume only after they are able to hold the slope and prevent it from sinking further.
Most of it has to be completed before monsoon of 2014. That gives us a clear setback of 1 year. That's how we have estimated time frame of 1 year. It's going to be a Herculean task, telling you very honestly, between the time we really complete the investigation, develop proposals, and go ahead with the remedial measures and strengthening measures after our technical coordination committee approves of our proposals developed with the designers and also the authority.
The Puna Tsangchhu Hydroelectric Project 1 commenced on November 2008. Sonam Hlamu for PBS News.
The Puna Tsangchhu Hydroelectric Project 1 will now cost more than the revised estimate of 94 billion niltrum. This is mainly because of the delay and additional cost incurred due to the sinking slope at the right side of the river bank near the highway.
One is the loss of generation, which is the opportunity cost, which in any case gets deferred now by this 1 year, and it is something like not a loss directly, because life of the project starts then from its commissioning. All the advantages of having to complete the project, commission it, and then have the energy available for consumers gets delayed by 1 year. And it also has an additional interest component on the borrowings, which will get now added by 1 year for the investment would have done 1 year ahead of this commissioning.
In a surprising but welcome turn of events, not a single case of malaria has been recorded in Samrup Zonkar this year.
Usually during the month of July and September, Samrup Zonkar sees various cases of malaria. However, not a single case was reported this year. The health workers in Samrup Zonkar say their hard work has finally been rewarded. Various awareness campaigns on malaria were organized in the Zonkar earlier this year.
Till now, we did not receive any report of malaria from all 12 BHUs under Samrup Zonkar. We have been doing vector surveillance every month along the water area. Whenever we test the water, if there is risk, we immediately inform the people and let them clean the area.
The health workers are now keen to organize more such awareness campaigns.
People think in winter there would be no malaria risk, but that is not true. They should use mosquito nets all around the year to prevent malaria. We will continue with awareness campaign to guide people.
About 5 cases of malaria was reported in Samrup Jongkhar last year. Malaria is spread by parasites like mosquitoes. Malaria can be fatal but is also preventable. Compiled for Kilewangchuk Taralimbu for BBS News.
Sandalwood, although not found in Bhutan, is being frequently smuggled through Paro Dzongkhar. 4 cases have already been reported this year.
While only 1 case of sandalwood smuggling was reported last year, 4 cases were reported in Paro this year. The district forest officials have frequently seized illegally felled blue pine and other coniferous trees. However, this year's smuggling of sandalwood was more rampant. The chief forest official in Paro says offenders smuggle sandalwood from India for smuggling it away to China where they fetch good price.
They have imported these timbers from Alipur, then from Hashimara, and also from Jaigon side. So I think from India also it is all they have brought through illegal means. And our people, they have also bought from them through illegal means. There's no proper documents. And these materials are being brought in the vehicles which are brought along with other goods. For example, they bring bricks, they bring cement. So underneath they put the sandalwood, and on top of that one they will put other loads like bricks and the cement. But this is very difficult to be detected even in the checkpost also.
He said smuggling activities takes place at odd hours and so it is difficult to monitor. He added public plays a vital role in informing the concerned authorities.
We alone cannot do the check or this. We cannot reduce this illegal case. But I think the consignments coming into the country, it should be rightly checked from the entry point. Then the Department of Forest has no authority to check each and every consignment. But the custom officials in Smuggling Gate, I think they have the authority to check each and every consignment. I think now if we have to reduce this illegal trade of this illegal sandalwoods, I think right from the gate we have to be very strict. And if we have more people at the gate to check all these consignments, I think the infiltration of such illegal goods into the country could be prevented now.
Sandalwood is a rare species of wood which is not available in Bhutan and it is endangered. A fine of about 750 nultrum is imposed for smuggling a kilogram of sandalwood into the country. Compiled for Yishigelson, Pemasuki for BBS News.
A female toki gecko was seized by the Gelifu Forest Range Office last Friday from the Tsangchhu caretaker's house. The lizard is much sought after for its alleged ability to cure cancer, HIV and impotency. There are, however, no scientific studies to support such claims. A circular from the Wildlife Conservation Division says just the attempt to capture the lizard carries a fine of 50,000 nultrum. The caretaker has been fined 100,000 nultrum. The lizard was brought from Bangta in Samrup Dzongkhar. While in captivity, she had laid 3 eggs. Illegal trading of toki gecko is rampant in South Asia, but this is the first case to be reported in Bhutan. The recent Jemgang Dzongkhar Tsogdu decided to downgrade 8 schools in the academic year of 2014, keeping with the Education Ministry's guideline to rationalize unsustainable schools.
In 2011, 8 community schools were downgraded to extended classrooms. This time again, 8 more have been added to the list. After prolonged discussion on downgrading schools to ECRs from 2014, the education sector of the Dzongkhog identified respective parent schools for each ECR. Nevertheless, the sector may propose upgradation if the enrollment situation improves. A shrinking population and rural-urban migration were pointed out to be the main reasons for decreasing enrollment in schools at the Dzongkhog Tsogdo. The education sector also submitted a proposal to downgrade a few of the lower secondary schools to primary schools over the next few years. Since 2011, 10 community schools have been downgraded to extended classrooms in Shemgang. Compiled for Pema Samdrup, Tara Limbu for BBS News.
The Dewathang Hospital has been without a gynecologist for almost a year. The people have been feeling the lack quite acutely.
This operation theatre used to be filled with patients almost on a daily basis. Now, without a gynecologist, one sees only operating equipment in the room.
Dewathang Mengkanglo Tushungi Katule Monikechugi Tungsuchina Shichuk Nandigive Tengachina Samruzongargi Mr. Chamchigi Madua.
The gynecologist was seeing patients not only from Dewathang. Patients from other Dzongkhogs were also visiting him. He was transferred in February, but we still do not have a replacement.
Tena Lodi Na Maheba Halam Tangu Kieda Gudichi.
Locals share they have to travel to Pemagatsil or Mongar for anything related to gynecology.
People who own cars can go to other Dzongkhogs, but for people like us who don't, it is quite difficult.
They provide checkups for pregnant women, but they do not do deliveries, so we have to travel all the way to Pemagatsil.
The Dewathang Gap adds that there are concerns that the operating equipment may not work well, as it has been left idle for so long, but health workers maintain that the operating equipment works.
We turn on the operating machine time to time to ensure that it is kept functioning, even if it is not used.
At the DYT Health recently in Samdajonkar, the district health officer shared that the health ministry would try and replace the gynecologist as soon as possible. Compiled for Kinuwanchu, Pematsuki for BBS News.
The FIFA World Cup trophy will be in Bhutan on 20th December as the part of FIFA World Cup trophy tour by Coca-Cola. The trophy will be journeying around the world ahead of 2014 FIFA World Cup. This will be the first time that the solid gold trophy will be coming to Bhutan. The 2013 to 2014 Trophy Tour will visit 88 countries during its 267-day tour before returning to Brazil, who will host the FIFA World Cup 2014. The trophy, made out of 18-karat gold, is 36.8 centimeters tall and weighs 6,175 grams. The trophy will be on display for the day on the 20th at the Chamnimthang Football Stadium. That is all for this week. Thank you for watching.